Hey y'all, I'm Rylan. Welcome to my channel. It is the end of the year. How we have gotten here, I do not know, but I have been spending quite a bit of time recently thinking about my goals and intentionality that I want to focus on in 2025 in regards to my reading. So I wanted to hop in here for a couple of minutes today and kind of just walk through my goals with y'all for the new year in regards to my reading, my spending, my channel, and the romance book club that I co-host with my bestie Stasia. And I thought we could chat about it for a little bit, and this would be a great way to hopefully help keep me accountable in 2025. I did a video like this at the very end of 2023 as well for 2024. I think it would be very interesting to go back and watch that video and see if I stayed true to a lot of the goals that I set for myself and accomplished a bunch of them, but I haven't done that yet. Maybe I'll do that during Christmas break. I don't know. We will see. But I have some pretty fun goals, I think, for the new year, and we're gonna talk about them for a few minutes. As I just mentioned, I am breaking these goals up into 4 different sections. We'll talk first about just my reading goals in general, as I do have some fun things I want to accomplish with my general reading in 2025. First up, as per usual, my Goodreads challenge reading goal is going to be to read 52 books. I've had this as my goal for the last 2 or 3 years, and I always read a lot more than that, but reading 1 book a week sounds like a great goal for 2025, especially as the first half of the year will be spent with me focusing very heavily on my thesis, and this gives me some flexibility to not read as much in the spring, but read more in the summer and fall after I graduate, or, you know, read sparingly sometimes in the spring, and just kind of be able to balance things out in an easier way by setting my goal to 52 books in the year. So that's my first goal as per usual. I also want to spend a lot of time in 2025 focusing on my physical TBR. I will be introducing a TBR jar game in the new year as well. I will be attempting to make monthly hopefuls or TBR videos for y'all, and I will ideally be pulling out 3 to 5 books from that box or that jar every month and reading them. That way I can kind of focus on my physical TBR. So I have that box all made and I'll be using it in the new year, but for right now we're just kind of reading what we want to for fun to end out the year, and in the new year we're going to be reading my physical TBR largely and not buying so many physical books. That way the balance never settles, and hopefully I can cross off a bunch of unread physical books from my bookshelf. Next, I also want to focus very heavily on the books that I get in my book subscriptions. So these are also kind of going into my physical TBR goal as well, but book of the month especially, I want to catch up on all my book of the month books. I don't have a ton on my shelves that I haven't read, but I do have anywhere between 7 and 12 books I think that are unread, and I would like to catch up on all of those, especially because I want to start getting all the book of the month badges on the app every year, and that means reading my book of the month TBR. So we're gonna be doing that as well. And also I need to focus more on my Aardvark book box subscription, because I have had that book box for a couple of months now and have not read any books from the book box. So I do want to be focusing specifically on a lot of my subscription books when it comes to reading my physical TBR in the new year. And then finally, I want to get my NetGalley ratio up to 90%. I think I have raised it about 14% so far in 2024. I think I can raise it 1 or 2 more percentages with my end of year reading, but ideally I want to get to 90% feedback ratio. I have not really been requesting books on NetGalley in recent months. I've mostly just been focusing on reading the books that I've had on my shelves for years. So that's my final very big reading goal. I think my 2024 NetGalley goal is 80%, and I'm at 74% right now. I think I could probably get that up to 75 or 76% by the end of the year when I'm filming this video. So didn't quite reach my goal, but I have certainly made strides in getting closer to that feedback ratio, which I'm very happy about. Those are my 4 big general reading goals. Big thing is focusing on my physical TBR as well as my NetGalley TBR and bringing those unread numbers down big time. I think a big part of that goal that will be helpful in the new year is not buying as many books. I have had a lot of self-control in the back half of the year. I have gone on a couple of small splurges, but I have not been buying nearly as many books or spending nearly as much money on books as I had in the beginning of this year and last year. So I feel really good about that, and I think that by not buying so many books, I can catch up on my unread books that I have. So that's the goal. Hopefully I can keep that self-control, but we'll talk about spending in a few minutes and my couple of goals that I have regarding the money that I spend on books. The next goals category that I have is for the Mending Hearts Book Club, which is a romance-based book club that my bestie Stasia and I co-host and have been doing so for the past 2 years now, which is super crazy. My first goal for this is to read every book this year and tab all of the books. I did not read 3 or 4 of the book club picks in 2024 just because I had fallen into a very big slump. But 2025, I'm going to read every single book and I'm going to tab them. And I want to also be hosting reading sprints for the book club at least once a month, where I read the book club book on sprints and people from the book club are invited to join as well, or read whatever you want if you just want to hop on sprints. But Stacia and I started doing that in 2024 and we both just got too busy. She got a new job, I fell into a reading slump, and we just stopped doing book club live sprints. But I do want to prioritize that again in 2025 because I think that reading sprints are so much fun. I love going live with everybody and I just think that they are so productive and motivating. The third category that I have is goals for my YouTube channel. I have several goals for my channel. I started off 2024 very strong in regards to uploading videos and engaging, and my reading slump unfortunately very much made me fall off track for that. So I needed to kind of reevaluate my goals and potentially decrease the intensity with which I was trying to approach my YouTube channel. That was really good words, I feel like, that I just said. And so I have a couple of goals here that I am very much hoping to stick on track with in 2025. A lot of that will just mean kind of pre-filming and planning things ahead of time and spreading things out. That way I'm not uploading back to back to back to back and then getting burnt out or not having enough content to last a couple of weeks when I have the opportunity to sit down and film a couple videos at once. So the first goal is to upload between 3 and 5 videos every month. This might mean that I upload 1 video a week or maybe a video every week and a half. I'm not quite sure yet. Every month, especially in the spring, will probably end up looking different as I work on my thesis and defending my thesis and graduating and all that fun stuff. But my goal is to upload anywhere from 3 to 5 videos a month. I also would love to reach 2,000 subscribers on my channel. I have so appreciated y'all being here throughout this several years long journey that I've been on so far, and I'm hoping that, especially with engaging with other booktubers, that I can kind of continue to build a community here. And one of those goals is to reach 2,000 subscribers. So I appreciate y'all so much for being here. I'm loving the community that has been built, and I love engaging with y'all and filming videos and uploading videos for y'all, and I'm excited to keep hopefully growing my channel in the new year. And with that, I would also like to get my second YouTube paycheck in 2025. I am currently, as of this exact moment, $11 away from reaching the threshold to get my first paycheck on YouTube. And I think it'd be really cool to hit that goal by the end of 2024. That was one of my goals for this year, was to hit $100 on YouTube to get my first paycheck from them. So I'm almost there. I think I can do it. It's only December 12th when I'm filming this video, so I definitely think that there's time to reach that goal still, especially with Bookmas happening. But that is like a really big goal of mine. I just think it's a really cool, I don't know, facet, I guess, of this channel that I have cultivated and is really exciting. And I would love to maybe spend that money on buying some more books, even though I just said I was gonna have more self-control. But I think that'd be a really cool thing to do, and that's what I'm striving for, which means that I need to be uploading videos a couple of times a month throughout 2025. I also want to be watching 3 YouTube videos a day from other booktubers, both booktubers that I'm subscribed to and ones that pop up just on my home feed. I have been trying to be very intentional about watching multiple YouTube videos every day to engage with other people and just kind of support smaller booktubers and bigger booktubers and all the booktubers, and I've found new book recommendations in those videos. I have found new people to subscribe to while doing that, and I just think it's a really fun way to build engagement and community and friendships, and so I've really enjoyed doing that, and I want to make sure that I keep doing that in the new year because, again, I love booktube, I love being here, but I think that when I'm filming my own videos and uploading them, I also need to be supporting other YouTubers who are doing the same thing as me. So I really enjoy watching y'all's videos and plan to keep doing so in the new year and engaging with y'all. And if you want me to check out your videos for Bookmas, feel free to comment down below and let me know, because I feel like in this Bookmas season I have been missing videos just because everybody's uploading a lot. So I would love to check out your videos. If you want to comment down below and let me know, I will definitely do so. And then my final goal for my channel, kind of aligning with the book club reading sprints, is to go live at least once a month for reading sprints, even if it's just for a couple of hours. I, again, love going live for reading sprints. I think they're so motivating, so productive. I love talking with everybody who hops on with me, and I really want to keep doing it in the new year. I've done a bunch over the last couple of weeks, and I want to keep that up in 2025 as well. I feel like my channel goals are potentially ambitious, but I'm also very excited about the future of this place and the space, and cannot wait to see what happens in the new year. But that dives us into our final bookish goals category for this video, which is my spending. The past couple of years, my spending goals have been to spend no more than $150 a month on books, but the books that I unhaul every month filter back into that spending budget. And I've done an okay job, I think, of sticking to that budget most months. I don't think that's necessary for me to do in 2025, especially as my self-control has somehow impossibly increased and I'm not buying as many books as I used to. So my new spending goal for 2025 is to give myself the opportunity to buy one book for every 6 books that I read. This does not include my bookish subscriptions that I have. So I'll be making a little list where I write down every book that I read, and when I reach 6 books and can check them off, I'll mark the book that I bought because I read those 6 books. Especially when they're physical books, that will very much help balance out the unread versus the read books, and be keeping the books that I've read on my shelves higher than the books that I've unread, while still allowing me to potentially get like a little book haul every month, depending on how much I read every month of the year. I also would like to maintain my current subscriptions. So right now those subscriptions include Audible, Kindle Unlimited, Book of the Month, Aardvark, Darkly, Probably Smut, and Bell Bookbox, which I might cancel that last one. So I would like to maintain those current ones, not pick up any new subscriptions ideally, and if I want to skip a month, I want to give myself the freedom to do so. That way I'm not spending all that money on these subscriptions every month, but can still keep those same ones throughout the year and keep them budgeted into my spending plan. The third goal that I wrote down with 2 exclamation marks next to it was just self-control, and that's all I need to say. These goals can all be accomplished with self-control, I think, and that's just very important to me in the new year, especially as I'm saving up for the future and getting married and engaged and moving and all the things that are probably going to be happening next year. I can't believe I just said those words on my channel, but all those things will likely be happening next year, and I want to make sure that my money is being saved for those events that will be happening in my life, but also giving myself the ability to enjoy my hobby and buying some books at the same time. So we're just going to be having some self-control and balancing out what I spend my money on in 2025. And then finally, something that's been very big for me in the last couple of years as well is unhauling books that I don't enjoy. So my current philosophy is to unhaul books that I rate 3 stars or less, or books that I've been sitting on my shelves for years that I just don't feel the urge to read anymore, or books that I read and liked but just don't really want to keep. And not being a book keeper and not keeping every single book that I've bought and read, because 1, that clears up shelf space, 2, I can give those books to a new loving home, and 3, it helps me kind of put some money back into my book buying budget. So that's my final goal in regards to spending, and I think that one should be a pretty easy goal for me to accomplish because I've been very good at doing that over the last couple of years. So that is my spending vision for 2025. I think it'll be good. I think I can do it. We're just gonna have to keep our fingers crossed that me saying it right now speaks it into official existence once 2025 hits. But those are all of my bookish goals for 2025. Will those change a little bit? Sure, maybe. Will I add more? Also, I might. But those are some of the big categories that I want to focus on in 2025 and some of my large picture goals that I want to hopefully accomplish by the end of next year. I am very excited about what 2025 is going to bring in terms of my reading life and my personal life, and cannot wait to bring y'all along on that journey with me. We're going to kick off 2025 so strong, and I cannot wait for it. If you have any 2025 book goals, feel free to comment down below and let me know what they are. I would love to support you and cheer you on as we all gather and sort out our goals for 2025. But that's all that I have for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.